more speakers. Robert O'Sullivan, you put down here G1 and G5. Would you prefer to wait? Would you prefer to address those now, or would you prefer to wait until we get to those in the agenda? Right now? Yes. Please state your name and address.
My name is Robert O'Sullivan. I live in Brookings, and I have spoken to you before, and also the Planning Commission. And what's strange about all this, and my background, as you might remember, is a high school social studies teacher, as well as an English teacher, and a Lutheran pastor. And my feeling strange about all this is some things are not in the bailiwick of a city council, or especially a city planning commission. Now, in the process of thinking about what I want to say tonight, I looked up the word bailiwick, and found out that it goes back to medieval times in England, and it had to do with who was a bailiff or the sheriff of a town, and their bailiwick was the place where they had the authority. Well, this city council does not have the authority to regulate what goes on in a church in terms of its ministry. The other day, or the last time people were before you on this very subject, you saw someone named Sister Cora Rose. Who better could provide Christian ministry to people trying to get on their feet than someone who has deep roots in this community, but also went off to school, went to college, went to law school, went to seminary. She's an ordained deacon in a Lutheran church, and she also is a legal aid attorney. She's helping people. She's helping people at a church that has made many of us very proud of how it has reached out to people who are in need. It is not within the council's bailiwick, or is it within the bailiwick of the Planning Commission to try and say, well, we should decide who should be in ministry at this place, what they're doing in that ministry, what hours they have. That's none of the business of this council. And it's really unfortunate that you waste so much time and effort on something that just is not in your bailiwick. Now, the issue before you suggests that the feeding at churches be allowed maybe to increase to 3 rather than 2. Now, this whole scheme is unconstitutional, defies the U.S. Constitution, defies federal legislation, and here you're acting like you're moving the deck chairs around on the Titanic. You're going to lose in the courts, or if you have sense to recognize that you made a big mistake, and I know 2 of you were not involved in this. I shouldn't quite say it that way. But you should cut your losses, or the people's losses. They're going to be paying for this if you have a lawsuit that goes on for another 2-3 years. Please, you're out of your bailiwick. You should not be doing this, and it's time that you recognize the best thing you could do is not to amend that ordinance, but simply to end it, simply to drop it. It's not your business.
Thank you.